Today we are discussing the Trayvon Martin case. On February 26, Trayvon Martin, a 17-year-old African-American student in Sanford, Florida, was shot by George Zimmerman, a 28-year-old Hispanic-American. Zimmerman was the only community watchman at the retreat at Twin Lakes. He was appointed by the president of the Homeowners Association. Zimmerman has had much trouble with the cops before. He was arrested in a shoving match in 2005. In his time as community watchman, Zimmerman has called the police 46 times, a majority of them reporting suspicious people who happen to be black. And here's the reporter, Alex Lee, to talk about the shooting.
When Trayvon was walking back from 7-Eleven, after he got a bag of Skittles and some Arizona iced tea, Zimmerman saw him from his vehicle. Because Zimmerman believed Trayvon did not belong in the community, he immediately called the police on suspicious behavior. The dispatcher said, "Police on the way and do not do anything else." Responding to the dispatcher, Zimmerman said, "These assholes always get away," referencing to the people who had gotten away. Zimmerman then started following Trayvon. When Martin noticed someone following him, he called his girlfriend and said there's a creepy and crazy guy following him. Martin said, "What are you following me for?" responded to, "What are you doing here?" by Zimmerman. Then there was pushing and Martin said, "Get off, get off." Martin ran away and Zimmerman followed and one confronted the other. Then Martin got shot from close range and Zimmerman only suffered bruises and cuts. Back to you, Matt.
Zimmerman was charged with second-degree murder on April 11th. Obama has spoken out about this case, saying, "When I think about this boy, I think about my own kids, and I think every parent in America should be able to understand why it is absolutely imperative that we investigate every aspect of this. And if I had a son, he would look like Trayvon." This is a classic example of the president using his power of persuasion to influence authorities to investigate the case. The media has been very active in this case. The Project for Excellence in Journalism has stated that this is the first case to be more reported on than 2012 elections. This showcases the media's roles as gatekeepers of information. Because they are showcasing this case, it has become a hot topic in political circles. All forms of media have talked about this case, from large-budget TV news to small bloggers and Twitterers on the internet. This really shows how the media has evolved because of the internet. Large amounts of people are expressing their views about this case through blogs, social media, Facebook, and Twitter. The internet community has also started many rallies and protests for Trayvon Martin's case and that have been designed to bring the issues to light. An example of these are the marches in cities going on around the country called Million Hoodie Marches, where people would wear hoodies and carry around Skittles and iced tea to show their support for Trayvon. Most of these rallies and protests have been backed by Sabrina and Tracy Martin, Trayvon's parents. Talking about the government, here's Joe with the Stand Your Ground law.
Florida, like most states, has its own version of a law that allows citizens who are under attack to defend themselves. The government has left states to decide how they want to deal with issues like this. This works because we are under a federal system of government, which divides the power between different levels of government. Florida's law includes a provision which allows someone who reasonably fears death to disregard the common requirement to attempt to flee before attempting to harm your assailant. This law will be Zimmerman's best argument in court. However, Darrell Peden has stated, when Zimmerman said, "I'm following him," he lost his best defense. This will be an interesting case for sure. This case also showcases the Second Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, which allows citizens to keep and bear arms. Zimmerman was exercising this right by buying and owning the gun that was used to shoot Trayvon Martin. Back to you, Matt.
Currently, this case is looking dim for George Zimmerman. However, as soon as the public learns of Trayvon's personal life, the support may switch to George Zimmerman's side. With being suspended from school multiple times, possibly a seller of drugs, and also gang activity, which was shown by his Facebook pictures, posts, and tweets, he was not a perfect child before this event. Thanks for listening to a commentary about Trayvon Martin's case. Stay classy, Mrs. Jones class.